So I've been doing YouTube for well over a majority of my life. I started back when I was 15 making Minecraft videos, and then over the years I kind of was inconsistent. I started streaming because I thought it was easier for me to stream than it is to make content. A couple years back I bought this camera, the Sony ZV-1F. Afterwards I realized that they came out with the Sony ZV-E10, and instead of wasting money on buying that camera, I thought to myself, I might as well use the camera that I have right now and kind of like create a setup suited to me, because the main reason why I even bought this camera was because I wanted to vlog. I wanted to create content like IRL. A big inspiration was Casey Neistat. I wanted to post vlogs kind of like him, but the one thing that I realized is that Casey Neistat, he has somewhat of a decent level of cinematography, so he knows how to create videos in a way it's like a film, and that's what made him, like, I guess, not necessarily the pioneer of vlogging, but a pioneer of cinematic vlogs. In a way, I was trying to like capture it, because one advice that every YouTuber always says is use your inspiration from your favorite creators, take something that you like from them and kind of implement that into your own creation, and then from there you're able to find your own style. As a recent, I've been watching a lot of Sam Sulek videos, and which is why you can kind of feel like, not saying that this is going to be exactly like him, but I definitely love his content because he spends like a good majority of his videos in the beginning talking about his plan for the day, like his plan for the gym. He's not making it to where it's like putting on a face, like he's genuinely just talking to you guys as if you're right here, and actually feels like you're there when you're watching his videos. And then he spends like maybe like 5 minutes of gym content, because I'm pretty sure you don't want to see a 25-minute video of somebody in the gym kind of like going ham. So right now I am on my way to base. Why I'm going early, because I don't have to show up till 9. I'm not trying to get complacent, because I kind of have been lacking in the gym department myself. I joined the Marines when I was 18 years old, got out in 2021, got lazy, and then now I'm back in the reserves. Well, not back in the reserves. I was active for 4 years, and then I joined the reserves on non-obligated orders. And the one thing that they fail to tell you, for any of you service members out there, is if you're active duty and you get out, you're able to join the reserves. They tell you that, but they don't tell you about like how the reserve works. So if you join as a prior active into the reserves unit, you're able to do what's called a non-obligated orders, meaning you sign these non-obligated orders, meaning that you can test out the reserve, see if you like it, and if you don't like it, at any given point in time, you can actually get out. So essentially, it's, if you don't like it, you can just get out and you don't have to worry about it. You know, you don't have to worry about like thugging it out to the last day of your contract. Then there's obligated orders, meaning you actually signed a contract for X amount of years in the reserves, and then you show up once a month, 2 weeks out of the year for your annual training, and then in the reserves, instead of showing up once a month, you're also able to what's called ADOS, or active duty orders. So you get activated for a duration. So like, let's say for me, I got activated for 3 months. And during those 3 months, you get active duty pay. You show up to work Monday through Friday, sometimes over the weekend if it's a drill weekend. And that's what I've been doing for the past 3 months, and I've been enjoying it a lot. And for all my fellow Marines, my MOS is a 3531, a Motor T operator, and so I'm basically doing what I did for 4 years just in 3 months, and so I've been liking it. It's been it's been a good like change of pace because like I always said to like my peers is that back when I was younger and I was on contract, I hated the Marine Corps because I didn't really I didn't really feel like I was enjoying it. Like I enjoyed the people, but I didn't enjoy like the duty station I was in. I'm back in the Marine Corps, but on my own terms. I've been enjoying it a lot more, which is why I am in the process of re-enlisting. And so I'll be re-enlisting for 3 years for the reserves. Now, since I joined last year with my non-obligated orders, I joined last year, August of 2025, and ever since I signed my non-obligated orders, I was hitting the gym nonstop, and I made the mistake. I made the mistake of bulking instead of cutting. So if you guys don't know, there's two fitness tests. There's the physical fitness test and the combat fitness test. Physical fitness test consists of pull-ups, crunches, and a 3-mile run. But since I've been out, they changed it to where it's now a 3-minute plank. And let me tell you, I was not prepared for the planks. But I joined around the time where it was for the CFT season, and so I was bulking for it. And then after I did it and I passed it, I continued to bulk, not knowing or not forgetting that for the PFT, I needed to be leaner for my run, and I was ignoring cardio, like it was the plague. I was ignoring it, avoiding it at all costs. I like doing cardio if I'm doing it consistently, but if I haven't done it in a minute and I start doing it, I hate it. So I bulked up a lot, and I did not do cardio, which is why my run time wasn't the best. And so right now I am training for the CFT. I believe we're running one soon, so I want to make sure I do good. And the CFT targets like upper body and speed. So when I get to the gym, I'm going to be doing back and biceps. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing legs and cardio. So tomorrow I'm going to be basically running and then sprinting, cardio to build up my stamina, and sprinting to focus on my speed and power. And we're gonna go from there. And the funny thing was, this morning I was debating whether or not to bring the camera with me and to film myself. I was debating on it. I ended up disagreeing with my debate on whether or not I should bring it, that I left the camera at my place. And so not even a minute down the road, I realized I forgot my green skivvy shirt for my camis. And so I went back for it, and I was like, you know what? I guess this is God telling me to like bring the camera, because I want to be able to like make a difference in someone's life. I want to be able to like spread positivity in my content and inspire others to do the same. So that's why I'm filming right now, and I got 16 minutes left till I'm on base, and it's gonna be awkward because there's probably gonna be like one or two people there. So there's two gyms on base. There's the Marine Corps Marine Corps / Army / Navy's gym that we share, and it's like there's not a lot of like fancy things. It's like the bare minimum for you to target like each part of your body. But then there's the Air Force base with a little bit more, or Air Force gym with a little bit more better equipment suited for like targeting other parts of your body. But the one we're going to be using is the Marine Corps one, because that's the one I've been using, because that's the less isolated one, and I like the lighting there, because the Air Force gym is like super bright, while the one that I'm using, the lighting is like, it's bright enough to where you can see, but it's also slightly dim that it creates like this shadow emphasizing like your pump or your muscles. So we're gonna be pulling up in about 15 minutes, and we're gonna get to our workout for today. Okay, so this gym doesn't really have much to offer for back except for the row machine and this and the rear deltoid. So I'm just gonna be hitting this mid row, the actual row, and then also gonna be doing lat pull downs for back, and then there's a lot of stuff for biceps, so that's what we're gonna be working on. Okay, so for a set like that, if I don't feel like my back being targeted, I'll increase the weight by 1 or 2 more. Not trying to ego lift, but I'm also trying to feel my targeted part on my body, actually feel it working, so I know I'm doing something right. I like to rest in between sets. Not long, just 30 seconds. That way I can catch my breath before initiating the next set. All right. I try not to rest any longer than 30 seconds, because I feel like the longer I wait in between set, the less I feel committed to finish the workout. All right, last one. Alright. I haven't really been working on my lats recently, so it's like this is really showing how weak my lats are. One. 3. Ooh, yeah, I'm really feeling that. Oh man, that's another thing for anyone planning to join the service, like whatever branch it is. Obviously, different branches have different physical fitness standards. Um, the Marines were kind of crazy when it comes to the gym. Like today, we were supposed to show up at 7:30. It is 6:28. We were gonna show up at 7:30. We were gonna PT, but they told us to show up at 9 instead. So I took it upon myself to still get a workout in. Yeah, I'm really feeling the lats there. One more, and then we're gonna switch to the. I don't even know what this machine is called. Well, I guess a different variant than this. All right, last set. Alright, we're gonna do 3 sets of 8, 105 pounds. Haven't really worked on my back a lot. Well, I haven't been working out for the past couple of weeks now, so trying to make up for it. Trying to see where I'm at right now and then base my judgment off that. Okay. One thing I've noticed that what a lot of people do is they like to ego lift a little bit and say they're not ego lifting. I go heavy just to see if I'm capable of it. If I'm not, then I'll kind of go down to where I find a weight that's suitable for me to where I'm able to properly execute a rep without having to like break my form. Because if you work out with improper form, you're not really getting the best workout. One, two, three. Okay, so I dropped the weight down to 75 pounds. I'm able to do it without breaking form. Everybody wants to be at the gym and be able to execute any set, any workout with almost like the max weight, but that's prone to injuries, and that's not what a lot of people want, especially if they're actually trying to get fit. Okay. Every time I do this workout, I always assume I'm doing a pull-up, hence why I'm bringing my chin over the bar. I've always been good at chin-ups, not pull-ups, so that's why I've been going a little bit heavy on my back so I can properly do decent amount of pull-ups. Alright. Last set. Yeah. Right. So for my biceps, I use 20, 25 pounds. Um, the highest I've gone was 35, but that was just for a single bicep curls. With these, I do decent bicep curls and then transition to cross body curls. So once, as you saw, I started to like use the momentum to complete a set or complete a rep. I drop the weight down a little bit. Like I said, trying to maintain the proper form so I don't hurt myself or pull something. I've been here since I want to say like 6:20ish, 6:15. It's about to be 6:45. 45 minutes. That's all it takes for a good workout. We're gonna increase the weight just a little bit. And it's a good thing too, because my camera battery's about to die. I was gonna replace it, but I was like, I'm almost done with my workout. There's no need to replace the battery if I'm not gonna be using it. Okay, so we're gonna increase the weight one more time. This one doesn't really count. I just want to see how many I can do without basically doing it to failure, which I want to say probably like 4, maybe 5 before I start to like break form. Okay. All right. I stand corrected. 8 before I felt myself starting to break form. So now after this, I'm gonna spend a little bit of time on the treadmill. Beauty about Garmin watches is that they already have a preset for like treadmills and stuff, which also, by the way, this is a badass backpack. In case you don't know, I love Godzilla, and I went to a coffee shop with my girl. She saw that I was eyeing this bag and she got it for me, so that's lovely of her. I'm gonna be up in Austin for 2 days, Wednesday and Thursday, so there's not gonna be a video for it, but Friday I will be doing, once again, back and biceps. But what I think I'm gonna be doing is I'm probably gonna be doing that, and then after that it's a rest day or a rest weekend. We'll see how it goes.